Hi. So in the previous section you have seen about list, a data type. Okay. So now we will see another data type, so called tuples. Okay. T. So what is actually the tuples? Tuples are basically used to store multiple item in a single variable. Okay. Here let me write it. Used to store multiple items in a single variable. Okay, it is same as list, but there is a condition that the tuple is basically ordered and it is unchangeable. In list you can change anything, you can overwrite it. Okay, but the tuple is unchangeable. There is a different method for modifying, to append, to extend or something. Okay, it is not same as list, but the condition will be same. Both can store multiple item in a single variable. Okay, that is a major difference between. Okay, look, and it is one of the four built-in type. Okay, first we have seen list, now tuple, then set, and then dictionary. Okay, we will see them one by one, like what we have seen for the list. Okay, we will do the same process for the tuple also, for the set, and for the dictionary also. Okay, but there is a condition in list basically you write it in square brackets. Tuples are basically in round brackets. Okay, you will definitely get what the exact difference. Both are used for storing variable, but storing items, but there is a huge difference. Okay, so now let me create first, creating a tuple. So just suppose here I am taking an example of Sharad. Okay, and here apple, banana, and another is cherry. So, and the printing method is same, print Sharad. So what will happen? Apple, banana, and cherry is printed, but with the round brackets. Okay, and I told you tuple items are ordered also. Okay, these are ordered. Okay, secondly, unchangeable, and thirdly, it allows duplicate values. Okay, so this is a major difference between this. It is ordered, it is unchangeable, and it is allowing duplicate values also. And it is also indexes, the first item of tuple is indexes with 0. Okay, this, the same 0, the same 0. Here you will use, for indexing you will always use the square brackets. Okay, for always in any data type you have to use, in overall Python for indexing you will have to use this square brackets. And the second item would be what? Second item would be 1. So if you want to access apple, then indexing 0. For banana is indexing 1. Okay, so here one word I have used, ordered. So when we say the tuples are ordered, it means that the item have a defined order and that order will not change. Okay, you must understand this. I told you unchangeable also. What is the meaning of unchangeable here? Tuples are basically unchangeable. So it means that we cannot change adding, removing the items after the tuple has been created. Okay, we cannot do this thing. We cannot add, we cannot remove, we cannot change. For adding, removing, and changing, we have different method. You cannot compare it with list data type. Tuple data type is almost different. Okay, so as I told you, tuples are indexes, means they can have items with the same value. Right, so let me take this example again. copy and paste. Okay, and now here let me duplicate the value apple. Now apple is duplicated. Now cherry is also duplicated. Okay, if I'll print this, Sharad, then here you can see it is allowing what? Duplicate values, but have different indexes. First apple has index of 0 and the fourth apple in length fourth, the apple is indexes what? 3, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Right? So just suppose if you want to know the length of tuple, what you will use? You will use the len function, this len. Okay, so basically to determine how many tuples, how many items a tuple has, we will use what? A len function. So let me copy the same thing. I know the length is here is what? 3. So how to print it? Print. First I will use the len function and then I'll just pass my variable in it. If I'll run this, the output will be 3. Okay, means 3 is the length of this tuple. Even the good thing is you can create a tuple with one item. As I told you, if you will use the arrays are basically of 4 types, right? List, tuple, set and dictionaries. So they can be used for storing multiple items, I told you. But you can create the tuple with only one item also. Let me show you by an example. Creating the tuple with one item. Okay, so for creating a tuple with only one item, you have to add a comma after the item, but don't mention any item, don't write any item, just give a comma after first item. Okay, otherwise Python will not recognize it as a tuple. Okay, so just suppose the same example, but here now what we will do, we will just delete this thing. So if I will not give the comma here, then the Python will not recognize that it is a tuple. So for proper recognizing that it is a perfect data type of tuple, you just need to put a comma and then don't write anything. Okay, so if you run this, if you will print this, it will print. And if you want to know the type of it, if you want to know the type, like print, because I want to know whether it is tuple or not, so I just use type and Sharad to it. Let me run this. The type is, class type is what? Tuple. Yes, it is tuple. Okay, but there is one condition. Let's say many people, what I have seen, they are also doing this thing which is not a tuple. So don't do this what I am showing you. H, like let's say list 1 is equal to apple. Okay, this thing is not an tuple, although you are using the square brackets, but this is not a tuple. So don't do this, because if you will print the type, RINT, print the type of it, what? List 1, then it is a string. Okay, so there is a huge difference between this and this, so don't do this. Okay, that's the reason I told you put a comma in the last so that Python can recognize that it is a tuple. Okay, it is a array data type, right? Now the question arises, what different data type I can use in tuple? Tuple items, or you can say the data types. Look, you can use tuple item in any data type, right? Let's say there is a t1, t1 is equal to apple. This is a string, right? Banana. Okay, t1 is a string, a collection of strings, right? Now let me take t2. T2 would be what? Some integers value 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Let me take one more, T3. T3 would be the boolean values, true, false, true. Okay, so these are the basic data type, strings, integer and boolean you can use in tuple. Okay, and even it can contain a different data type, means mixture of data type. Let me take a T4. In T4 you can use apple, a string, right? You can use 2 as an integer, you can use 3 as an integer, even you can use true, true, okay, false. You can mix these data type, not a problem. Tuple will contain, it have a backcode, okay. And you have seen a word called type over here. In the previous we have seen this type. Okay, so if you see from the Python's perspective, tuples are basically defined as a object with the data type tuple always. Okay, so what is the actual data type of tuple? Tuple has a data type of class and then tuple. Okay, it is so called constructor. Let me write it. The tuple constructor. It is also possible to use the tuple constructor to make a different tuple. Okay, what I'm saying is, let me take it by an example. Let's say here I am using Sharat as a variable. Okay, now I can use tuple. Okay, and then I'll use a tuple function. Okay, then here I will make a list of different values. I will make a collection of different values. As of now we are using square brackets for list. Now we will use, for tuple we will use a round bracket. So again we will give a round bracket here. Okay, and then in this round bracket I will use apple. I'll give the string, whatever string we want to give, whatever value we want to give, we can give it. Okay, so now if we'll print this Sharad, then it will be printed. It is same as just normal thing, normal. Okay, but here we didn't mention the tuple, we didn't use the constructor. If you'll use the constructor over here, then we need to use tuple, and then we need to give a complete bracket. In this way you can use tuple. This is very useful if you don't want to confuse any programmer, or if you don't want to confuse the Python in a big program, a big backend program which is designed only with the Python. Okay, you can use it anywhere. If you want to change it, if you want to use the tuple, you don't want to mention it, you want the code to be understandable, then you can use this Python constructor. Okay, so hope you understood this thing. Let me okay, so 1 2, okay, now it is over. Look, there are 4 collection data type in Python programming language, so called list, tuple, set and dictionary. Now we are looking at the tuple. Okay, so but when choosing a collection type, it is really useful to understand the property of this, because there is a huge difference between tuple and the list when you will do it in data analysis or some useful Python programs or for researching something. Okay, because choosing the right type for a particular data set, it could maintain a retention of the meaning also, and it could mean an increase in efficiency and security also. Okay, so just understood the property of the data type and then choose the right option of data type, whether you should choose set, whether you should choose list or tuple or a dictionary. Dictionary is totally different. In between list and tuple, you can choose whatever you want. Okay, so that's all for this section. I'll see you in the next video where we will see how to access the tuple item as we have seen in the list. Okay, so till then, bye bye.